Have you ever felt crushed by someone's words? A small comment, a careless insult, and suddenly your whole day collapses. Your heart races, your mind spirals. You replay their words over and over again, wondering why it hurts so much. But what if I told you? After today, no one's words will ever have the same power over you. There's a hidden story in ancient Buddhist teachings. A story so profound, it has traveled through thousands of years, whispering a secret that can free anyone from emotional suffering. It's not about building walls. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about understanding one truth so deeply that pain simply dissolves on its own. Imagine waking up tomorrow, and no matter what someone says, no matter how harsh, how cruel, it doesn't stick. You remain calm, peaceful, untouched. You see their anger, their hurt, but it feels like watching raindrops slide off a lotus leaf. Beautiful, untouched. How is this even possible? It all begins with one encounter, a legendary moment between Gautama Buddha and a man burning with anger. This man did everything he could to humiliate the Buddha. He shouted, he insulted, he hurled words like knives, trying to provoke a reaction. But the Buddha didn't flinch. He didn't get angry. He didn't even defend himself. Instead, he gave the man an answer so unexpected, so powerful, that it instantly revealed the secret to emotional freedom. Today, you're going to hear that story, but more importantly, you're going to live that story. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to protect your heart without closing it, how to be strong without being hard, how to be free, even when the world around you isn't kind. Stay with me, because this one lesson could shift your entire life. Let's dive into the story that proves no one can hurt you after this. It was a hot afternoon. The sun blazed mercilessly above the small village where the Buddha sat under the shade of a banyan tree. He had been teaching, sharing his wisdom with a group of villagers, answering their questions with a gentle, unwavering calm. Among the crowd, there was a man who couldn't contain his rage. He wasn't interested in learning. He wasn't seeking peace. He came only to disrupt, to challenge, to humiliate. This man stomped forward, face twisted with anger. He hurled insults at the Buddha, cruel, venomous words designed to provoke. He shouted, "You are a fraud, a disgrace, a parasite living off others' generosity." Every word was like a stone thrown with the hope it would shatter the Buddha's dignity. The crowd gasped. Some stepped back, expecting the Buddha to retaliate or at least defend himself. Some even felt anger rising in their hearts, wanting to protect the teacher they loved. But the Buddha simply sat there. His eyes were soft, his breath was steady. He neither argued nor explained himself. The angry man grew louder, more vicious, desperate to get some reaction. But it was like screaming at a mountain, an ocean, the endless sky. No matter how much fury he poured out, the Buddha remained untouched, not with arrogance, not with coldness, but with a quiet, powerful peace. Minutes passed. The energy in the air changed. The villagers watched, puzzled. They had never seen anything like it. How could someone be insulted so publicly and feel no need to defend themselves? Finally, exhausted and confused, the angry man demanded, "Don't you have anything to say for yourself? Are you deaf? Are you a coward?" And it was then that the Buddha finally spoke. His voice was calm, clear, and filled with a compassion that the angry man could not understand. What the Buddha said next wasn't just a reply. It was a key that could unlock the chains of emotional suffering, not just for himself, but for anyone willing to listen. And in the next few moments, you'll hear exactly what he said and why it changed everything. The Buddha looked at the man with eyes full of compassion, not anger. He paused, allowing the weight of silence to settle over everyone. Then, with a voice as calm as a still lake, he said, "If someone offers you a gift and you decline to accept it, to whom then does it belong?" The angry man was confused. He stammered, It would still belong to the one who offered it." The Buddha smiled gently and continued, "Exactly. In the same way, if I choose not to accept your anger, your insults, your hatred, they remain with you." The entire crowd fell silent. Even the birds seemed to stop singing, as if nature itself was pausing to absorb the truth of those words. The angry man stood there, stunned. He realized that no matter how much hatred he threw at the Buddha, it could never truly touch him unless the Buddha accepted it. The Buddha wasn't fighting back. He wasn't suppressing his feelings. He simply refused to participate in the cycle of pain. In that moment, the angry man's fury began to dissolve, because what he realized was simple. Anger only survives where it is fed. Negativity only grows when it is embraced. The Buddha taught without preaching. He showed that true strength isn't about resisting or retaliating. It's about rising above. And in this silence, this simple choice was the ultimate freedom. When you don't pick up what others throw at you, it never becomes your burden. So, how can you apply the Buddha's wisdom to your own life, starting today? The first step is simple but powerful. Recognize the offer. Every time someone criticizes you, insults you, or lashes out, see it as an offer. It's like someone handing you a heavy, poisonous gift. You have a choice. Accept it and carry their pain, or leave it with them. When you realize that anger, jealousy, and hatred are projections of the other person's inner world, not yours, you stop taking it personally. The second step, pause before reacting. The space between stimulus and response is where your power lives. When someone says something cruel, don't react immediately. Take a breath. Ask yourself, is this mine to carry? Most of the time, the answer will be a peaceful no. Third, strengthen your emotional immunity. Just like you build physical strength through small daily practices, you can build emotional strength too. Meditation, gratitude, and mindfulness are your training. When you nurture a calm, strong inner world, outside negativity loses its power over you. And finally, choose compassion, even for those who hurt you. Remember, anger, insults, and cruelty come from people who are suffering inside. They are trapped in their storms. When you refuse to join their storm, you don't just protect yourself. You offer them a silent, powerful example of peace. You don't have to fight hate with hate. You don't have to absorb every emotion thrown at you. You don't have to explain, defend, or retaliate. You only have to choose your peace over their poison. And when you master that choice, no one and nothing will ever have the power to hurt you again. The real victory is not in changing others. It's in changing how deeply they can touch you without your permission. Today, you discovered a secret that most people never learn in a lifetime. You learned that pain, anger, and negativity from others are not chains you have to wear. They are simply offerings, ones you are free to accept or quietly leave behind. You saw how the Buddha, faced with pure hatred, didn't fight back, didn't argue, and didn't retreat in fear. He simply refused to accept what was not his to carry. And in doing so, he showed the greatest form of strength, the strength of inner peace. Imagine how your life would change if you lived that way. Imagine no longer losing your peace every time someone criticizes you. Imagine standing strong, grounded, and untouchable, even when the storms rage around you. It's not about pretending that people won't hurt you. It's about understanding that their words, their actions, their storms belong to them, not to you. Your true power begins the moment you choose peace over poison. Every day you will be offered anger, fear, jealousy, and judgment. And every day you get to decide, will I pick this up, or will I leave it where it belongs? Make it a practice. Make it a way of life, and watch as your heart becomes lighter, your mind becomes sharper, and your soul becomes freer. You deserve that kind of freedom, and it's closer than you think. It's in every small choice you make. So the next time someone tries to pull you into their storm, smile gently, remember the Buddha under the banyan tree, and choose your peace. If this message touched you today, if it gave you even one moment of clarity or strength, then please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories and ancient wisdom that can transform your life. And share this video with someone you care about, someone who needs a little more peace, a little more light. Your journey to unshakable peace starts now. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video.